But it does show that we are headed deeper into the rainy season. I thought we'd take a look at the month of October as a whole and talk about some statistics. So this right here is a calendar showing October, and the number is the percent of days it has rained on that specific day. So for instance, today is the 5th. It has rained on 28% of October 5th, which by the way actually makes it statistically the driest day of the month. And you can see the number ticks a little bit higher the deeper into the rainy season we go. And statistically, the wettest day of the month happens on the 29th of October, where about 2/3 of those days actually record rainfall out at SeaTac. Here's a live shot from a waterfront tower camera. You can see the ferry is letting some folks off. You can see a line of cars ready to head on board, and temperatures are dropping pretty quickly. Right now it's 42 or 52 degrees right now. Theoretical low temperature, the dew point's at 44 degrees. It looks like temperatures tonight will be dropping into the 40s. It will be rather cool, and we will stay mostly clear as the weather system stays offshore. May notice some patchy areas of fog as we head into the latter part of the overnight hours, especially for the South Sound and Southwest Interior, but otherwise it'll be a mostly clear night. High pressure building in offshore is going to keep us dry tomorrow, but our streak of dry weather it's not going to last very long. We have a fast-moving system moving out of Alaska, pushing over the Gulf of Alaska tonight. This is going to bring us some rain both Monday and Tuesday, maybe even some breezy conditions as well, and not to mention some chilly conditions. Take a look at high temperatures over the next 5 days. Tomorrow, actually pretty nice, 64 degrees, which ties our average high temperature for this time of year. And then it really cools off early in the week, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday, with high temperatures once again staying in the 50s. And not to mention, we'll probably see overnight lows by Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, dropping into the 30s in some locations. So it's a return of those cooler temperatures, and I'm sure more furnaces will be turning on again by the middle part of the week. All right, so we stay clear tonight. Again, patchy fog for the southwest interior tonight, but we will stay dry as we head into the day tomorrow. Maybe some high clouds drifting overhead, but otherwise a mostly sunny and rather uneventful day. Then as we head into the new work week, that weather system starts to approach from the northwest. Notice some scattered showers as we head into Monday morning, and as we head deeper into the day on Monday, increasing chances for showers. So again, increasing rain on Monday. Tomorrow's going to be dry. Nice day for the last Sounders game, last regular game of the season. Kickoff at the Clink is at 1 o'clock. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s and a mostly sunny sky. Here's your 7-day forecast. After an unsettled start to the work week, we cool off. Temperatures staying in the 50s on Wednesday into Thursday, but we will see more sunshine. Chilly overnight lows, but we should dry out through the second half of the week, with the next rain chance arriving by Saturday.
So tomorrow's going to look good. That's good news for the Sounders, right, Paul Sylvie?